Thank you, Sean. And good morning, everyone. You know, one of the greatest things I love is to see you that you're here. You have invested to be part of this leadership tour. See, leadership is not a title, it's a responsibility. Also, leadership is not handed to you. You have to earn it. And that's why today I would like to share with you what I have learned in a third world country, island, beautiful, that we know as Cuba. There I learned one of the most special and most important lessons that transformed my organization for the better, but it didn't start that way. What was interesting is that I read a story before I got there, a story that my little girl Tiffany loves as a bedtime story, and that was Jonah and the whale. And today I'm going to speak to you not about Jonah and the whale, I'm going to talk to you about Jonah and the captain. You see, several years ago, I was asked to come and work with an organization that has several hundred branches across the island. Now, this is a great opportunity, not only for us to work with them, but to visit Cuba. Now, this is the muscle car heaven. This island is full of 57 Chevys and Caddies and 49 Fords and Cadillac. I mean, it was a wonderful, going to be experience. So I gathered my team. I said, we're going to go to Cuba. I wanted to go see the white sand, the clear waters, eat some mangoes without GMOs. I mean, I was excited to end up going. Gathered my team, and we flew to Cuba. When we got there, everything was right, except until the night. The night, my organizer came over to our hotel where I had my team and said, X, we got a problem. Immigration has flagged one of your visas. And one of my teammates that was present got scared. And his anxiety all of a sudden brought and birthed right there in that moment a storm. Just like the book. It says in the story that wherever the captain took, that is what would draw in the storm. That in moment drew the storm into my team that brought fear. And wherever I tried to go, it started to build more and more anxiety. And it was almost to take my whole entire mission out. You see, we are the captain of our ship. We are responsible for the ship, and we are responsible for our crew. And we have to do, as leaders, everything, even uncomfortable decisions. Well, I tried to accommodate my Jonah that I had experienced in my ship. Just like how the story goes, the captain started to cast out precious cargoes. But what is a precious cargo? For me, my precious cargo was time. And I started to focus everything on the Jonah and the storm instead of the mission or my crew or even taking selfies with a Cadillac. I couldn't do any of that because all of my time I had to cast out to focus on the storm. See, the second cargo I cast out was a peace of mind. Every leader must have peace of mind to guide, to direct, to concern and put focus everything, even to delegate. You need peace of mind. And how do you know that you have cast it out? Simple, my dear friend. Do you take it home? If you're able to take home the storm from Jonah, you just cast out your peace of mind. And instead of you playing with your children in the park or your grandchildren, you think about Jonah on Monday. Instead of you being with your spouse and having a romantic date, you get a text from the storm, or worse, from Jonah. You get angry and you cast it out, and then you remember you're still paying for the phone. You see, that's what Jonah does. It removes every unbalance. So what you're to do, you're to take care of your ship. Because if that ship doesn't belong to you, my dear friends, and that organization, the owner of that ship will replace you with another captain. Worse, if the ship is yours, the Jonah will sink it. So what do? Well, the story says they had to cast vote, and they need to cast out Jonah. And that's, as a leader, we must make difficult decisions. See, when you cast Jonah out of your organization, it doesn't make you a bad leader. It makes you become a greater leader to identify who's not supposed to be there. See, that Jonah was causing problems. Almost wrecked my whole entire mission of working in Cuba. But I had to take that responsibility, make difficult decisions. When I cast them out, just like the story, immediately the storm ceased. See, how do you know when the storm ceased? When you cast out Jonah, or Jonah is gone for the whole entire week, all of a sudden there's no storm. Because you need to identify your Jonah in your team. How do you identify them? Simple. They're selfish. They're not for your vision. They're not for the purpose. They're not for your ship. They're not even there for your team. A Jonah in your team is selfish. It's all about them. They're toxic. They break every single type of harmony that your team or you are having. That's how you know who's Jonah. They're not difficult, my friend, to identify. If you are already thinking about your Jonah right now, seeing your face, I'm going to see them on Monday. You know who's your Jonah. So what do you need to do? Well, you need to do what the captain did. Pick up your Jonah. Make the tough decision. Not only for yourself. Not only for the mission of your ship. Not only for that, because you have placed everything behind it. You have driven your team. You have driven your vision. You want to get there. But it is sad to see that even today, great organizations have not reached it. Some of them have been gone. Many of them have lost their drive, not because of their leader, but because the leader didn't do their job and cast out Jonah. And when you do that, the storm clears. The blue sky is open, and my goodness, is that a rainbow? Yes, it is. Everything, peace, balance, all comes together when you take what's yours, that ship, your crew. And understand that when you don't have someone who's willing to be a team player, you will never reach your destination. So, what do you need to do? Well, you need to do what the story says. Pick them up, identify, and cast them out. See, it doesn't make you a bad leader, my friend. Instead, you will become a stronger leader when you are taking hold. So I want to encourage you today. I want to encourage you that you will have to take your ship back. I'm going to encourage you to look at those who are around you and place them to know where they belong and who doesn't. How? Make that list. Sit down and make the list. Evaluate your team. Look upon your crew. Make that list. Identify your Jonah and cast them out. And when you do that, you'll be able to take back your ship. My name is Xavier Baez, your new friend. Thank you.